Hey, welcome all you skeptics and believers to another creepy dive into the paranormal. This is Tales in the Night. So let's crack open the vault and begin.
On June 4th of 2024, a video was taken inside a public restroom where something pretty creepy took place. The man who recorded this is known as Axel Loza, and based on his voice alone, you can tell that he's deeply troubled by something. Axel states that no one else is in the restroom except him.
Okay, now number one, restrooms are creepy. I have gone into bathrooms where the light doesn't even come on, and that's a problem for me. Think about it. You don't know what's behind those stalls. You don't know what's going on. So I could see that being creepy right away. So if something's going to happen, yes, I do think this could be on a creepy factor.
Considering that he just heard noises coming from one of the stalls, but each one is empty. So, as an attempt to get this on camera, he begins to record and captures this.
Normalmente quiero que vean, estoy ahorita en el baño de la universidad. Pero el pedo ahorita es que acabo de terminar de hacer el baño y pues estaba todo normal. Pero ahorita están ruidos raros y se está tocando la puerta, pero quiero que vean que pues no hay nada. Vean, ahí está mi reflejo, pero vean de este lado, pues aquí no hay nada, vean. Acá tampoco, vean. Aquí tampoco hay nada. Aquí pues tampoco, vean. Y acá el lugar es bastante pequeño y está mi reflejo. Pero a ver, hoy. ¿Escucharon?
Okay, so far that's pretty creepy to me. Like if I was in the bathroom and I heard something that was banging, bathrooms are a source of this weird privacy thing, right? You feel like you are you're secure in where you should be, right? But if somebody's invading that privacy, that becomes an issue, and that's where I would think that this would be incredibly creepy. I mean, the bathroom itself is dirty. I would never. I have like OCD about things that are dirty like that. But aside from that, I could see where this would be pretty creepy. Let's see. Let's continue on. So you got the banging noise.
No hay nada.
As if it wasn't already startling to hear the banging noises, we see this, a face suddenly appearing in a stall that was clearly empty. It happens quickly, but not so fast that we miss it. Only do we realize what was seen until after it happens, or at least that's what.
Okay, that's pretty interesting. Let's go back and see. Well, they're saying there's some type of face, which you can see if it moves pretty quickly
but not
here.
so fast that we
it looks like it's something.
Only do we realize what was seen until after it happens, or at least
that's pretty creepy. I wouldn't want to see Axel.
It was only after reviewing the footage that he noticed the face. Just like viewers, he was left terrified by what was caught behind the door.
Mean, so like it's hard to tell through that little spot, though, what that would be. I could, that's pretty. I mean, here's the thing: the way that light can reflect off of certain things can make you see things that aren't really there. Okay, so we do have to have our skeptic hat on with that, but at the same time, I mean, that is pretty creepy. I wouldn't want to be there. I wouldn't want to be hearing that banging, which it sounded like it was coming from one of the doors. None of the doors moved. And there's another thing that I spotted. If you look right here, he's taking this image of the mirror. So his reflection shows the door that goes into the bathroom. My only thing was right down below is a vent on that door. Somebody could have been outside banging on that vent as well. So, yeah. I mean, on a creepy factor, it's pretty creepy. I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want to be stuck in that bathroom with something like that. And that bathroom is a mess, by the way.
Now, not much is known about this next video, considering that the original source is unknown. Where it came from or who exactly posted this first remains a mystery. But despite lacking any sort of context, the video is still pretty creepy. Taking place in what appears to be a museum, a group of people visit an exhibit that is, well, a bit disturbing to say the least. As with most lifelike mannequins, there's something quite off-putting about these, but it's not the mannequins that make the video pretty spooky, but rather something else. Whoever took this video seems to have not realized that they captured something unusual during this moment. They didn't see that this was captured.
This is not saying where this is at. So just FYI, I don't mean to stop it, guys, but I have to kind of watch things with copyright. But just really quick, if you know where this museum is, whatever this is, there's like heads on a table. There's some creepy mannequins that are dressed up in like some old Victorian type things. And I don't know what the heck this thing is right here. Right there. What is that thing? I mean, it's like it's floating in the air upside down. I can't figure that thing out, but that's part of the whatever this is, this display. And I don't know if you guys know where this is. Let me know down in the comments because I'm actually curious. I want to know if anybody's seen this, if they know where it's at.
They didn't see that this was captured.
Very creepy in here.
Appearing out of nowhere, a shadowy figure resembling a woman is caught in the mirror. Its reflection is captured, but the person casting it is nowhere in sight. That is, if it was a person. While some viewers agree that it was a person in the sense that they used to be alive, many believe that this was its ghost. Seemingly dressed in a gown that...
Okay, so far what we're looking at is that inside of this museum setup or whatever this is, there's a vanity that's down there, and that vanity has a large mirror, and then that mirror is reflecting back, but aren't they walking in with a crowd anyway? Now, I get it. The idea is there's somebody walking there, and they're kind of straight up, and they're not hunched over, and...
woman would wear during the Victorian era. The mysterious shadow passes by, unfazed by the group of strangers in the room. It's as if they've been here for quite some time. But like most videos, without much context, it remains unknown as to who or what was caught on camera.
Yo, fuck, I gotta show you guys I'm actually alone. Look at this bullshit. Look at this bullshit. Look. I'm turning on the light. As soon as I walk in, okay, closing the door. Yo. Yo, I'm telling you, anytime I walk in, there's like literally nobody. Nobody. This has been going on for like a couple days now, dude. Look, watch.
Oh my God, you got a lot of doors, bro. Like, you've got a lot of doors.
Light. Okay, nobody. Behind the door, nobody. Okay, going through this freaking door, which is really scary in here. Nobody. Guys, tell me what the fuck is going on.
Okay, so from what I understand, from what's happening here, he's doing something online, almost similar to what I'm doing, because he's got a camera facing him, and he's seeing in his almost like not a reflection, but it's just his camera looking behind him. He's seeing this light go off. Okay, so there's a light that goes off underneath the door. Let's see if we can see that. Right there. There's a light under the door flashing. So he's seeing that light, and then that's when he decides to grab the camera from his computer.
I gotta show you guys I'm actually alone. Look at this bullshit.
He says
Look at
he's
this
alone,
bullshit.
but I mean,
Look.
okay, he goes in.
Turning on the
lights
light.
off, lights on.
As
Now,
soon
I will
as I walk
say
in,
that light is a white light, which is very similar to his bathroom light. So it could be that the bathroom light was being turned on and off. I just think it's interesting that this bathroom has like multiple doors in
Closing
and out
the door.
to it, but then they really only go back to,
Yo.
you know, nothing, like a laundry. There's like a laundry. I'm looking for edits, any kind of editing in here. I don't see anything, but I would be definitely creeped out. I'm more creeped out of this, whatever this is.
Look.
You're going back into like this laundry room area.
Turn on the light. Okay.
Yeah, turn on the light.
Nobody. Behind the door, nobody. Okay. Going through this freaking door.
Yeah. I
Which is
mean,
really
all of that's pretty
scary
scary. That's pretty,
here.
that is really scary. in there.
Nobody.
So I would say that's a possibility, right? I mean, I've witnessed flashings of lights and everything like that. So I've caught that as well too. So you know, I'm prone to kind of believe stuff like that when it comes to that. Hey, so if you're enjoying this video and the stories that we're watching are spooky enough for you, then please hit that like and subscribe button. It would help me out a lot, and I can keep making this type of content for you. Plus, don't forget to check out my new book, Tales in the Night Volume 1. It's currently released on Amazon, it's free for Kindle subscribers, and it's a great read for those dark and stormy nights. Now let's get back to the videos.
In this last video, a woman named Rosanna is lying in bed when the most disturbing thing is caught on camera. Now, although she was terrified to the point of being paralyzed by fear, she tries her best to film this incident, and for good reason. Getting this on camera would be the best evidence she's had so far in trying to prove that something isn't right with her apartment. Her place is not what it seems, and it's for this reason that her children can't live with her. Things at home have gotten so bad that she fears for their safety, including her cats. In one video, Rosanna's cat does this. Rosanna's choice to keep her family away from this place is mainly due to this and many other occurrences. But as of recent, something's happened that's fully convinced her to keep not just the family away, but also herself. It's late at night when this is captured.
Okay, so I'm just going to pause it right here really quick. Number one, a lot of things are going through my mind. They said that she had cats. That's plural. The cats in the beginning, sure, they could have been looking at something. They could have been pretty, intently aggressive with something, but she was screaming at it like it wasn't just it was them, as in they were fighting or something was happening. So that one I'm kind of skeptical on. But this is a little bit different. Don't get me wrong. This footage is incredibly creepy, and I would not want to stay the night in this particular place. That's for sure. Now with the tote bag that's moving on the door handle, that's really intriguing so far. I mean, I would be out of there by now. I would be completely out of there by now. I would not be. I'd be lights on and everything. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder if this is in
Rosanna
her
states
house.
that during this moment, she had seen a shadowy figure appear right behind the door.
Oh,
Soon
yeah,
after, she began to
boy,
black
let's see.
out as though she was
She saw a
intoxicated.
shadowy figure. Let's see. See if we can get it. Come on, come on. Oh, right there.
Shadowy figure appear right behind the door.
That's interesting. Okay, so she's seeing this right there. They gotta zoom in on it. Let's see. Yeah, right there. Okay, so that's interesting. That to me, that does give me a little bit of, the chills, right? Like you get those chills. You get. I'm thinking It's hard because this, I would be lights on. I would be trying to investigate everything. Now, this seems to be right at that door. It doesn't have any kind of definition except for the fact that it almost looks square or rectangle, which is completely odd to me. But it's not to say that that's not a true thing. It's just that maybe something else is happening here. I'm not sure. She seems like she's panicking, but she's also not panicking to the point where she's getting up and actually doing something about it. It's like she's really trying to capture this. See, there's certain levels that you can tell people will go through in a natural situation. I know what I would go through. Maybe people are different. And trust me, I've had, there's a bookcase behind me that you can see. And I've had books fall before when I'm down here. I'm down in a studio that's in my basement. I've had that happen. I got a fake tree that's over there that has fallen over. So this, to me, this creeps me out because I've had that stuff happen before. I've had lights flicker. I've had that kind of thing. But this is a little bit different. I'm not saying this is set up, but I'm saying that this might be. This might be legit.
Shadowy figure appeared right behind the door. Soon after, she began to black out as though she was intoxicated.
Oh, so she blacked out?
The entirety of this incident is without a doubt pretty freaky. But while it still remains inconclusive on what occurred that night, Rosanna is certain that she won't be staying here for long. Until she has the funds to find another place, Rosanna will continue to own this strange apartment and presumably capture more evidence of these happenings. But as always, let me know your thoughts on this one.
You?
Is it me? It's not me.
It's motion sensor. There's no one over there. Okay, do it one more time.
Do it one more time, please. So, you're a girl? You're a girl! Are you She's a girl!
And just for show, let's see if it comes on right here. I'm right here.
Okay.
Nothing. Are you 5? Are you 6? 7?
8.
9? You're 9?
So essentially, I don't know what hospital this is. If anybody knows what hospital this is, please let me know down in the comments below because I'm curious as to where this is taking place. This particular faucet has a motion sensor, obviously, so doctors don't have to touch anything. They can just go in, they can wash their hands. That makes perfect sense. It's in hospitals everywhere. So the idea is that there's nothing that's causing the motion from a distance in order to turn on. Now, that's a good point, but the mom also walked up to it and practically put her hands in there and it didn't come on. So that could tell me that this is a malfunction of something. It's possible, but hear me out. It's also possible that it's not. It's possible that something is actually causing this to turn on. And if that's the case, they're using it as a Ouija board, in a sense. That's what they're using it for. So they're asking it certain things like, are you a boy or are you a girl? Boom, it comes on as a girl. Okay, so you're a girl. How old are you? 1, 2, 3, 4. They're asking it questions, going through these sequence in order to get that response. So they are communicating. They're using this faucet, this motion sensor faucet, which to communicate with something that is possibly already like deceased, long gone, in the other realm kind of a thing. So let's continue watching.
You're 9 years old?
Your name starts with a B? Is it Brianna?
Brittany? Is your name Brittany?
Is it Bianca?
That's a weird name.
I don't know what
Came to mind?
Yeah.
Bianca?
Okay, I want to pause this right here. Sometimes I don't understand people. I don't understand where people have this. It's almost like she wanted the name to be Brittany for some reason. Like she's like, "Is your name Brittany? Is your name Brittany? Tell me, damn it, tell me, is your name Brittany?" But that's not the case. And then the girl said, "Is it Bianca?" And she's like, "Well, that's a weird name. Why would you choose that, little girl?" And she says, "Well, it just came to my mind, you know." So it's like, well, if that's what the ghost's name is, how dare you to say that it's a weird name? I know plenty of Biancas. I don't understand why that's an issue.
Something that claims to be the spirit of a 9-year-old girl named Bianca began using the faucet to communicate with her daughter.
That was creepy.
What do you mean creepy?
How did Diva guess it? Yeah, it is creepy.
Are you gonna be with me?
Suddenly, the faucet stops as a shadow is seen moving towards her daughter.
I know there's someone here, baby.
Okay.
It's a little chilly in here. I know this
Pause,
is
pause,
creepy.
pause. Okay. Suddenly, the faucet stops as a shadow is seen moving towards her daughter. Right here. Okay, so there's a shadow that moves across. I am 100% certain that that is a worker who's at the hospital, and that shadow is not necessarily a shadow, but it's just the person on the other side of the curtain. Now, on the other side of the curtain is a glass door. You can clearly see that from the beginning right there. You can clearly see right above it's a glass sliding door. That's exactly what it is. She's in an ER situation. So somebody outside of that is a hallway. People are walking in that hallway all the time. So that's a stretch for me to say that that's a shadow walking towards her daughter. But this is really, really interesting. This whole concept is really interesting. Of them having this take place.
What noise, baby? Does it? Can you do a screen recording?
Immediately after this, the father begins to hear static from the video call as they feel the room getting cold.
Okay. I think I'm going to end this here. The father is obviously on the phone with the mother as this is happening. And he says that he hears static on the phone. Okay, that could be numerous things. That could be the fact that they are in a large building. It's not getting good cell service. It could also be, it could also be interference from something such as a paranormal entity. But the other thing is the room's getting cold. I've never been in a hospital room that isn't cold. Every hospital room is cold. So that doesn't quite line up with me. So.
Okay. This shit is crazy. I can't get up from bed. I'm laying down. And out of nowhere, if you guys could hear, that's my bathroom. I can't get up because I have all kinds of equipment stuck on me. The shower started out of nowhere. And this happened again yesterday. And the nurses thought that I was tripping because of the morphine and the oxycodone and fentanyl and all the shit they're giving me. The freaking shower's going. And then, once again, I can't get up. And the sink turns on. This room's fucking haunted, on the real. Okay,
so here's what I find that's really interesting. Okay, number one, she's saying that her shower is running. And she says she can't get out of bed. She's on, she's on heavy medication, has been probably heavily sedated. She looks like it. I don't think she could easily get in and out. But she said the water is running. She said to listen, and I could hear it. I could hear the water that sounded like it was running in that bathroom. She said that nobody's in there, though, that the nurse came in, checked, and nobody's in there. They think that it's her. But she also said what was interesting is she said she pointed over here to what? The faucet. Let's listen again to this.
And the sink turns on. This room's fucking haunted, on the real.
Okay, so either I would like to know where this hospital is as well too, and is that the same sink? Is that the same one? I mean, can we say that that faucet is maybe a similar brand or similar manufacturer and maybe all of these faucets got distributed to all of these hospitals, and she says it keeps coming on just by itself, like it'll just come on. Okay, that's what was happening in that previous video. So now is that say that brand of faucet is really bad, the sensors are really bad? Or is it to say that in a hospital, there's a lot of people who die in hospitals all the time. Or is somebody trying to communicate with somebody else through that method? Does that make sense? So I find this very fascinating. I find this very interesting that it's the faucet again that's coming on, and it's also the shower. The shower is being turned on. So I find that very interesting in this. And here we go. It's another hospital one, right? So.
No mames.
¿Qué?
Pasó algo.
¿Qué pasó? No mames.
A ver, ven. No mames, pasó algo, te lo juro que pasó algo, ¿eh?
Se mueve, ya se mueve.
Vete a la verga.
Yo no voy.
No mames.
Leave it to Mexico to always have like the creepiest shit. Like I've seen so many things. I've seen stuff that is just incredibly unbelievable come out of Mexico, and it's hard to determine if this is if the things are legit or not. So let's dissect this a little bit here. It's really interesting. Okay, let's go back. So here we go. We're in another hospital one more time. And, hospitals are a place where people die. Okay, so we do have to keep that in mind, that it's a possibility that there are things that do happen in hospitals. Okay, so watch it. Watch it. It'll go from left to right. Okay, that is just really creepy. I mean, that is just really creepy and weird. And look at the height comparison. That thing had shoulders way above the windows that are on the doors. Okay, so this guy notices it and says, hey, something's not right. He goes in there. He turns to the right. Let's take a look. He's turning to the right. Okay, so he's looking and he's taking his camera. I've seen no cuts on this whatsoever. Boom, right there. And then look, it's almost like there's a dark shadow or something like that over there. I can definitely see that right in that corner area. And that's where we see, I don't know, what would that be? Like a little tray, like on rollers. I have no idea what they would call that, but that's, that rolls, moves, probably very easy to move, probably very lightweight. Could be done with string, I agree. But I mean, for the most part, this is pretty, this seems pretty legit. I know it's pretty grainy. Where did it go? Okay, so this is what I was looking for. When we came in, we watched it go from left to right. That's what we did. We watched it. Okay. When it went from left to right and it went over to that area, I wanted to know, is this a hallway? Is this something where it was at? But look, there's the door right there. This is the door. So when they filmed it, they were looking back out through that door. So there's a wall there. Okay, so there's a wall there that you can't. So how would somebody have been walking past? It's like they were walking through the wall and then just happened to go past that door. Okay, so right there, I can see where something is moving that crib. No, it's not a crib, it's a playpen. But I'm trying to think. I'm trying to figure out. I mean, I don't think that's the child moving that at all. hard to tell. Oh!
James! James! Ellie! Come here! James!
Holy crap. Okay, so right off the bat, looking at this, I can see, I mean, is this a new house for them? I'm trying to think. Doesn't look like there's much furniture. There's a big playpen. That's a nice big area. But I don't see any kind of like kitchen setup. I just see like some bar stools. And then there's a TV on the floor. The TV's on the floor. So that means that they probably just moved in. Maybe this house is brand new. I don't know. There is some movement here. There is some movement. She's walking around and it kind of stumbles a little bit. Okay, well, I can see where that might move it. But it was moving back as she was moving the other way. She senses something's wrong. That's why she hides underneath that, so I can maybe see that. I could see her sensing something's wrong. And it's still moving. Okay, look at the back. All of those windows on those sliding doors are closed. I was looking for something that might be open. Maybe somebody was pulling this through a string or through... I can't really see a string pulling that heavy thing. You need something a lot better. But I don't see anything. I don't see anything at all. The mom clearly seems very distraught. Yeah. Yeah, she seems distraught. So all of that is pretty interesting, but let me know what you think about those and if you think they're real or not. And let me know also if you know where some of those museums were, that some of those people caught that stuff. I mean, I'd really like to know. I'm really curious to see where that's at so I have a better context of how these are. So, hey, thank you so much for checking out this video of Tales in the Night, where we go into all this stuff. Don't forget to please check out my book online. It's on Amazon.com. It's free for Kindle subscribers. So check it out. It's Tales in the Night, Volume 1. You'll be pleasantly surprised. There's some really good stories in there. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.